Well, good morning everybody. And this is the first time in a week that I've been able to get outside. The wind is horrendous at the moment, but it's the first time in a week I've been able to get out, though it's just rain and more rain. The wind at the moment is atrocious. I've got my cover on the microphone, so I hope it's cutting a lot of it out. Because it's holding me up, I've bought a 2 metre by 2 metre gazebo that I can put up out here, so I can still work if it's raining, but I can't put it up in this wind. I've started clearing everything out so that we can get in and out here and I can do things. If we have a quick look in the filter house, you can see I can't really move a lot in there for the stuff that's come. I can't get in the other shed down the bottom because I've got the RDF in there. So it's a bit of a problem at the moment. If you take a look down the bottom there, you can see I've got my barrels for my temporary filter. They're down there ready to go, but it's getting outside to make them. They keep blowing away. Over there, you can't see it because of the bushes and trees, but they're building a brand new housing estate and they've dug out for all the drainage, and they've had about 4 blokes in there for 2 days pumping all the trenches out because they was full of water. So there's been a pump running for 2 days on the field next door because of all the rain we've had. As you can see, it's even turning my lily leaves up in the pond. It's picking them up and turning them over, so my lilies will probably slowly move down the other end of the pond, or that one might. This end has lost all its leaves now. It's quite an early lily, so all its leaves are dying back now. So I've been pottering about a little bit, trying to get a little bit done. The pond's okay, everything's running okay in there. No problems with the pond or the fish. I've got to try to do something. I've kept myself busy. I've been doing the plans for the new RDF. They're just over halfway through, I think. So I have been keeping busy. I've done 20 odd pages of it, and I've done about 14 videos. So we are getting through it, but I want to get on outside. That's the big hold up at the moment. Okay, that's my temporary filter built. I've got the barrels connected. I'm not going to solvent weld them. I'm going to see if I can get away with just taping the joints. If we get a little tiny leak, I'm not too worried. But that's got it made. This will be for the zipper axe, this one, and it always sinks, so the top wasn't too bad. I'll just dump it all in there. The water will then go out of there where that top hole is, through the pipe there, and it's pretty much the same as what we've got. And the moving bed will be in there, so I'm going to keep air flowing in there as well. I didn't go too mad, it's not too tidy a filter cage, but it'll work. So I'm going to keep the moving bed in there as live as much as I can, and then it'll just go out and back to the pond. So that's my temporary filter made up. So not too bad. I've done quite well this morning because it's quite windy and keeps trying to rain. It does keep trying to rain, so I've been quite lucky. I've got that made up. I'm just going to get my pressure filter out now, which is going to take hopefully the big dirt out before it gets to these two. I'm going to get that up and see if I can get that all set up, and then there's no reason why I can't get it on the pond. I just thought I'd show you guys this. This is the field next door where they're building the housing estate, and this is what they're having to contend with. It's absolutely waterlogged. The holes they've dug for the drainage are absolutely full of water. Like I say, they've been using a pump for the last 3 days now to try to pump some of it out. So goodness knows what the houses are going to be like when they get them built on there. But there you go, but that's the sort of rain we've had. I can't sort of show you all the field because of the trees and the bushes, but that's what they're contending with at the moment. Well guys, I've not released a video or anything or got anything done really. I've put a little gazebo up outside the shed, so if it is raining I can work. What I did actually get done, I've got the temporary filter, the bio filter, up and running on the pond. I've got it running off the little, don't know whether you'll see it down there, got it running off the little pressure filter. That's just taking a bit of the dirt out before it gets there. I did manage to get my pond hoovered out in between showers, so there's not too much dirt in it at all. The one lot come out actually, but I did get that clean out, so that's not too bad. this is all up and running. The actual zipper axle will go in there, it sinks, so I don't need any filter cage on that. And the K1's going in here. I just want some sort of air system on it so that it keeps it moving, and hopefully it won't be in there that long, but it's all up and running. I'm just testing it now, making sure everything works, that we don't get anything untoward happen, but it's all up and running and returning to the pond. The filter house has had its clearance and it's ready. I'm waiting for bits, that's the problem. I'm just waiting for parts for all this, and then that's coming out. I'm going to put a bit of insulation up. I probably won't get it all done, but I've got it there ready to go in. I've got the wood coming, that's what's holding me up really, the wood for the walls. I've got that coming, so that's holding me up a bit, but tomorrow I shall start taking this out, get the old system out, get the river dropped if I can, and we'll be starting fitting the new one, hopefully. Well, good morning everybody, and this morning is the morning, so I'm hoping to get the filter house stripped out today. I want to get it all stripped out today, get this RDF out and the moving bed out, get it all drained down and start on the alterations. Everything's ready, so it's a matter of shutting everything down. I've got my media to transfer into the other two tubs yet, but today's the day, so fingers crossed we're going to give it a blast. So here we go, I'll keep you guys up to date as we go along. Well guys, that's got all most of it. That's got most of the K1 media moved. As you can see, moving bed's empty. We're still running at the moment, but I'm going to shut it down now because I want the media out of this moving bed, and I don't want any dirt that's at the bottom of this. That's really clean, look. There's bound to be some dirt in the bottom, but that's been running weeks and I haven't touched it. But anyway, I've got to get that out and get it into the temporary tubs, which are out here, which you've seen. Now that has got an awful lot of media in it. I've got most of what was in that moving bed. Now I've had to put a lot of air on that to move it because there's so much media in there, otherwise it wouldn't move at all. But I've got that moving okay, and all I didn't get in there, because there's about 100 litres of media in there, that's all I was left. I didn't put that in because I think it'd just stop it moving at all, so I haven't put that in, but I've got pretty much most of 100 litres of media in there, so it's not doing too bad. So now it's shut it down and get the media out of this river. That's all the media out of, don't know whether you'll see much in there, but that's all the media out of the river on all three, and I'll just show you where it is, and it's all in there. Good heavens, a bit of sunshine, I haven't seen any of that in days, but it's all in there. Hope you can see it through the reflection. Come this way you might. It's about half a tub full. So basically that pipe's going into the bottom, putting the water into the bottom. It's rising up through the media and out through these two holes here, passing through and into here. Now I think that's a bit too much media in there. I did end up putting that last bit in, but I think that's overdone it a bit. But I've got movement on it, so it's not going to be too bad. We should keep some media alive somewhere. But that's all done, so now we can get down to some serious stuff. Well, the Backy River's gone, or it's out anyway. I've taken it out, so that's all that side of get all the shelving out now. And now I'm going to start, once I've got that shelving out, on the RDF. We'll see if we can get that out. Big job that. I've got my Backy River down there. I'll just give it a good washing out, ready to go back in. So that's that done. Well, the end of day one. It's all out. Now that's the easy bit. The rest's to come. But we've got it all out, it's all cleared out, thank goodness. Now it's not ripping things to pieces, it's building them back up, which is the bit I enjoy, hopefully. But there we go, all cleared out. I've just got to take that shelf off there and get all that stuff off there, but all the hard work's done. It's a bit wet in there because obviously we've took all that lot out and there's bound to be water spilt. Plus it got wet outside here, so I was walking in and out, which is what most of that is. But end of day one, and that's how far we've got. Well guys, what I'm doing here is just putting the insulation in, then I shall board it over. I'm not going to get the ends done. I shall get the two sides done, but I'm not going to get the ends done because I want to get on. So I can do the ends anytime. I'm going to take most of that off that end anyway. But it's dark now outside. There's not a lot to see. It's pretty dark here. So I'm going to call it. I've had enough for one day. That's going to be my lot. I think I've done quite well actually, getting all that lot out. Then it's just a matter of putting it all back. They say that's the fun bit. Should be. We'll just see how it goes. Anyway guys, I shall see you tomorrow. Well, good morning everybody. And as you can see, I'm pressing on with the utmost urgency. I've got that side done. I am in the process of now doing this side. I've nearly got it all insulated, so it's just a matter of putting the board on then. Then I can start refitting. All going well and working like a madman here. Going as hard as I can. I want to get it done because they give rain later on. And I've got such a load of rubbish outside, you won't believe. I've got everything out here. But the wife come out and went back, she never said a word. So I got away with that one I think. Probably hear about it later, but I've got to get the board on that wall and all this lot back in as soon as possible really. So pressing on guys, I must get on. I'll keep you up to date on how things are going, but that's what it's like at the moment. Well, thank goodness for this gazebo. I can carry on cutting my wood and getting on with the filter house. I'm just in the process of putting the river roughly where I want it. I'm just doing that at the moment. I've got the other side all boarded now and insulated. Like I say, I shall do the ends and that when I get time. I haven't got time at the minute. I want to get this filter up and running with only having the temporary one on the pond. But yeah, everything's going okay up to yet. Both sides boarded out, and like I say, I'm getting on with the river at the moment, so I'm just working that out now. As you can see, with this rain I'm still able to cut stuff outside, so it's just keeping the wet off that. I can work outside a little bit. I've got a nice little area out there to work in, so I can continue pressing on whether it's raining or not. Well, here we are, getting towards the end of day 2 now, second day. The river's all down there. Put a couple of shelves in up there as well, and believe it or not, the RDF's in here. My wife, bless her, has just given me a hand up with it. So we got the moving bed and the RDF in here now. It's sounding echoey, that empty. But they're both in here now, all ready to be connected up and get them going. So great, not too bad for 2 days work. And as you know, I got the back wall and that wall insulated. As soon as I get time I shall do both ends, but and the roof actually, but I've got to get all this done and connected up first. It's my main priority at the moment. I have got a bit more room in here, I must admit, and I've got loads more room in my other shed. I could hold a dance in there now. But yeah, we're getting on with it. It's all the technical stuff now. It's getting it all piped up now, which is the tricky bit, making sure everything works and everything's going to flow right. That's the problem. That's the main thing, making sure everything flows as it should. So it's all pipe work from now on. I've got company coming tonight, else I'll be giving it a good old bash tonight, but I've got company coming, so I'm not going to get a lot done from now on. It's done nothing but rain all afternoon. It's absolutely chucked it down and still is doing. I don't know whether you'll see it, but it's still chucking it down there. But that's not stopped me with my canopy. It's been right handy, this has. I can stand out here and cut and saw, and it's been really good. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's a good little canopy. It's only 2 metres by 2 metres, but it's just handy outside here because it's chucking it down with rain and I'm stood here and as dry as a bone. So yeah, well pleased I got that. Anyway guys, that's what I'm up to at the moment. I'm not sure whether you can see this, but the sun is blasting down. It's really sunny out here and it's chucking it down with rain. You never really know with the English weather, do you? It's chucking it down and the sun's shining. Lovely. But I'm dry. So that's how far we are. So what I shall do is call that it for this one. And it'll be the same as always. Thanks for watching. You take care. And happy ponding.